Hey there, Smodcast supporters and listeners. It's your old pal, Fat Kev Smith. Guess what, man? It's that season. We're done making movies. We've made some movies back to back, so now we're hitting the road with some shows. That's right, man. A Smodco show is heading your way, and I'm here to give you some dates for that before we dive into this week's new episode of whatever podcast you're about to listen to of the 96 that I record daily. February 20th, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old in Vancouver at the Rio. February 21st, Kevin Smith, an evening with Kevin Smith, that'd be me, in Seattle at the Neptune. February 27th, Hollywood Babylon with Ralph Garman at the Improv on Melrose. February 28th, Jay and Silent Bob Get Old and a evening with Kevin Smith Q&A at the Ice House in Pasadena. That's two separate events. Tickets for all of these things are available at csmod.com. March 13th, Babble at the Improv again, Melrose. March 14th, there's a evening with Kevin Smith Q&A and a Jay and Silent Bob Get Old in Tempe, Arizona at the Tempe Improv. March 27th, once again, we're back at the Improv on Melrose, but we're doing Jay and Silent Bob Get Old at the Improv this time. March 28th, we're doing Edumacation with me and Andy McElfish at the Ice House in Pasadena. On April 4th, we're doing Jay and Silent Bob Get Old in Ontario, California at the Ontario Improv. On April 11th, we're doing Jay and Silent Bob Get Old and a Q&A at the Brea Improv. April 17th, I'm doing Why Bry with Brian Johnson, and doing a evening with Kevin Smith Q&A at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. April 18th, doing Why Bry, an evening with Kevin Smith at the Palm Beach Improv in Florida. And then April 19th, we're doing Why Bry in Orlando. That's when I go see my mom. Anyway, there's a bunch of shows if you're in those neck of the woods. Vancouver, Seattle, Hollywood, Pasadena, Arizona, Tempe, Arizona, Ontario, California, Brea, California, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, or Orlando, Florida. Come see a Smodco show. Tickets, as always, available at csmod.com. And now, a free Smodco podcast for your ear pussy.
Wakey, wakey, Iggy Biggy. 'Tis the Smodco's Morning Show, blasting awesome sauce all over your interwebs.
The whole fancy setup with like 18 MacBooks and all that, but hello everybody, welcome to the S&M show, the Sam and Ming show, broadcasting live, not from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
No, it's a snow day.
It's a snow day.
I don't get my ass out for snow days.
So I got out of bed, shoveled out my car, went all the way to Red Bank, picked up the gear, went to Broad Street Dough Company, picked up some donuts.
And you came here.
And I came here.
What
to
was,
your place, Casa de Q.
What was the occasion for the donuts?
There's
an occasion.
Well, every day's a good day for Broad Street Dough, the Broad Street Dough Company.
It's true, but today was a special day.
Yes. What day is it today?
It's Fat Tuesday.
Thanks. I've been working out. It's like snuff. Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras.
Donuts for breakfast.
Mardi
Gras.
So Lenten season is upon us.
So they posted pictures last night of I guess it's like a regular donut with like a vanilla type frosting that's dyed purple with green and yellow and some little pearlies on there.
Yes. Are these the official colors of Mardi Gras? I'm going to take a picture of this.
They are.
This Mardi Gras donut.
Yes, green, purple, and yellow are the official Mardi Gras colors.
All right, and here we are. So it's like a little bit of New Orleans here.
Yes, so I made
at the Sam Quintus
New Orleans coffee. So coffee with chicory.
All right, this is from Cafe Du Monde.
Yes,
for any
Cafe
of you
Du Monde.
who've gone down to New Orleans and experienced the whole New Orleans flavor. Cafe Du Monde is such a tourist trap. It's good.
But everyone has to go there. Like it's a tourist trap, but that's like my thing with New Orleans. Like New Orleans is kind of one of those like tourist trap places, but nowhere in New Orleans really feels tourist trappy to me.
Not even Cafe Du Monde or the French Quarter. The French Quarter doesn't feel touristy to you?
like I don't know, maybe Bourbon Street.
Okay.
Because, there's so many people getting their hurricanes and, throwing their tits around. But I don't know, like on a whole, when I was in New Orleans, like it wasn't like I don't know. Like
right, it didn't feel like Niagara Falls.
Yeah, it didn't feel like Niagara Falls, or like if you were to go to Paris, all the people like going up in the Eiffel Tower and standing around taking pictures of it and selfies with it. Like when people are taking pictures of art in New Orleans, like as much as it is, Cafe du Monde and Jackson Square, as much as they're taking pictures of that, they're also taking pictures of like the graffiti on the walls and like the really gritty parts of the city. So it doesn't feel touristy as much as it is.
I think I hit pretty much not every part of New Orleans, but I hit a good amount. And I feel like I got to see the real.
Well, I was to say one of the most touristy things I did was I went to Mardi Gras World, which
where they store the floats.
They store the floats, but like it was funny too because you have to go through this thing where you watch how they like make the floats and like make the crews and this and that, and then you get to go in the warehouse, watch them kind of putting together some whatever they're doing for whatever float is they're making at that point, and then all the actual floats are stored there. So you get to kind of walk around and see them. And I think like it was me, my boyfriend at the time, and like 2 other people maybe. Right. So even though it was like a touristy thing, no one was there.
Okay.
And like they like unleashed us into the warehouse and they're like,
just like go.
Yeah, they're like
climbing all over floats.
Well, they're like don't climb on the floats, but of course like whenever we saw the other couple, they were like climbing on the float. We were climbing on the floats. Yeah. So like, we were getting our float selfies, but it was just fun because, like as much as that was a touristy thing, there were only like 4 of us doing it. So it took like the mass touristy appeal out of it.
Yeah, but you felt like, it's like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
All right. And like, and it's a big warehouse, right? Is that a big empty warehouse?
Well, yeah.
All right. Well, happy Mardi Gras every day.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Lent is upon us tomorrow. 40 days. You're supposed to give something up. Now, you don't strike me as particularly religious.
No.
So I don't think you've probably never given anything up. I can't even remember if we talked about this last year.
No.
I don't know. I'm a good Catholic boy, though. I thought about giving up drinking for 40 days.
That worked all of about 1 week at
12 days.
Yeah.
12 days. Yeah. Well, I couldn't help it. Our friend Frank number 3 came in with his own homebrew. And we had to open it up and try it right there. I could do 40 days, but
I'm not going to challenge you and say that you can, because
I'm going to a con this weekend. I'm going to Walker Stalker Con, Chicago.
So there'll be women with low morals buying you drinks at the bar.
Okay, well there is that factor. Which that's easy to resist. I'm not listen, baby.
You never have before.
But I'm like, listen, baby, it's Lent. I gave up drinking. I can't. Just club soda, please, with a twist of lime. Just that I can resist. Here's the thing: when you go to this con, not every con, when you go to this con, they have, and I don't know if I should be revealing this, but there's a suite. It's called the hospitality suite, where the quote-unquote celebs can go and chill out and kind of, get away.
Does it have leather and mayonnaise?
It depends on the hotel. Okay. Sometimes you get leather, sometimes you get mayonnaise, sometimes you get neither. But you have the suite where you can go and chill out, and it's away from the crowd.
Yeah.
And you can go and be yourself, and it's a cool place to hang out. Stocked. Every kind of booze that you would want. Beer, wine, spirits, liquors, bourbon.
Why don't you give up for Lent going to cons?
Give up going to cons. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Give up not spending time at home.
So stay home.
Yeah.
Don't leave. And don't go to a con for 40 days.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually, I don't think you could go 40 days without going to a con.
Why would I not want to go to a con? Though?
I'm just saying, I don't think that you could go 40 days.
There is barely anything, there's almost nothing negative about going to a con.
I don't think that you could go 40 days without
You make
going
people
to a
happy.
Con.
You meet the public. I have a good time. People who come to see us have a good time.
40 days without a Ming Chen selfie.
Oh, wow. Can I do that?
Going to a con, I don't think you can.
No selfie for 40 days?
No selfies for 40 days.
Wow. Okay, but if it's not a selfie, if it's a picture of me and if someone else takes the picture, that's okay?
Somebody else has to take the picture, but you can't take the picture even if somebody else is in it.
Okay, so no selfies for 40 days.
Yeah,
okay.
no selfies for 40 days.
Okay, will that cleanse me of is taking a selfie a sin? No selfies for 40 days.
If you're Ming Chen, then taking selfies is a sin.
No selfies for 40 days. Okay. Starting tomorrow, though.
Starting tomorrow.
So today I can take as many as you want.
So today you could blog up our, our eyes and Twitter yourself
this
to your
good.
heart's
This
content.
Might be this might be tougher than
Yeah, see,
drinking.
I think that like because
selfie,
when you get
no
to a
selfie
con,
stick.
when you get to a con, like you take a picture of you at the airport, and then you take a picture of like you and your Uber taxi, and then you take a picture of like you and your Uber taxi driver, and then you take a picture of like you walking into the hotel. So like I don't know if you can do that because you're so used to like bombarding our eyes with your face.
Yes. All right. So we are live.
Is your ball
you can
in
tweet
my
us.
shoe? No.
Today's the S&M show.
That sounded bad when I just said, "Is your ball in my shoe?" I was talking to my cat actually, which somebody posted that things that we should never do on a podcast: eat or talk to animals.
I saw that, and number 3 is listen to idiots who think they know how to pod.
Yeah,
I wanted to post that, but the dude's actually a listener. He's actually a fan. So.
No. I laughed though because I was like, man, I've done all of those things.
I know. I was tempted though. We are live. I'm at Ming Chen 37, MINGCHEN 37,
and I'm at the Zen Librarian.
Yes.
And I'm never going to spell that.
Yes. Now, before we do anything, before we go anywhere, we have we always have a wide, varied list of topics and agendas. I have a surprise here for you.
Yes,
from our beloved Broad Street Dough Company.
Well, you have a surprise in the way that we have Mardi Gras donuts and beignets.
And beignets filled with Bavarian cream.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know you. I know.
I wanted to go to my fitness center today. I'm not even going to be able to get
now you really have to go.
I have to fucking Crisco my door to get out of it.
Now you really have to go. But I have a surprise for you. It's in this box right here.
Is it a dick in a box?
It is not a dick in the box. We'll talk about the dick in the box later.
But,
so this is from the Broad Street Dough Company. So before you open this, I walked in this morning and Maria, who's the artiste behind all these donuts, goes, "Oh, Des said you might be coming in today. I have a surprise for you." And she went back and she started putting something together, and she handed me this box. Now, no prompting. I sort of planned. I randomly I thought I'd come in, but I did come in. She handed me this box and opened it up.
Oh my god! Oh my god! She created this with her hands.
Inside this box is custom made S&M donuts, and not only do they say S&M on them,
they have like a little fucking microphone.
There's a little Shure microphone.
Oh my god! I have to take a picture. It's like somebody made this with their fucking fingers.
Somebody made this with something.
Holy shit! This is like amazing.
Yes.
And, oh my god!
And you can post it up.
Yeah.
Q's going to post it up if you follow her at the Zen Librarian. And this is a totally out of the blue surprise. So thank you, Des. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everybody at the Broad Street Dough Company. Now, I mean, we're really knee deep in donuts today. So these are their Broad Street Dough Company red velvet donuts with the how would you describe that? Like ocean blue fondant.
Yeah,
S&M written in fondant and a little fondant Shure microphone.
The microphone is awesome.
So thank you so much. I am going to retweet this photo. The Instagram account NJ Isn't Boring at NJ Isn't Boring actually posted these. I guess they got wind and they wanted to blow this up. So thank you. And Broad Street Dough Company also.
Yeah, thank you. These are fantastic, guys. Like, wait till you see these. These are
they're pretty dope. So before we broadcast, I posted a photo of you and your cat Spencer.
Yes.
And our buddy Andrew Ogle says simply, "Damn, I envy Samantha's boyfriend / fiance. Just boyfriend for now."
Yeah, definitely just my boyfriend.
Just boyfriend for now.
Yes, so. he's my boyfriend. Why? Because my cat is so adorable. Is that why you?
I think so. Yeah, I think he really likes your cat.
Is that why you envy me? Because my cat's pretty adorable. Yeah.
So before I go on the no selfie ban, I'm going to selfie with the donut here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here you go. There's yours.
Thank you, my friend.
Oh my god, this is like fantastic. I love
this. Is that the sound we get every time you get a tweet?
No, that's Alex's computer. He brought his work computer home.
All right.
It does it like every time it updates.
S&M donuts in the house. All right.
Yeah,
cheers, my friend.
I'm eating, talking to animals on the show.
I know, and we're drinking, and
we're drinking. We got like face microphones on. This is like a disaster of a show today.
Yeah. Oh, one more plug. You can see video of this at youtube.com/mingchen. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have had a backlog of videos. Mm-hmm. I'm getting them all up this week. I'm on like a mission.
Holy shit!
See video of the S&M show as we are broadcasting. See video of I Saw Comics, and see video of this morning show with me, Mike, and Marco. youtube.com/mingchen. And it's most of the times it's just me and you but sometimes you'll get a third in there.
Yes.
Samantha Aurelio.
Yeah.
Posted a photo of her.
It was funny, too, because on my time hop today was the picture last year of Sam walking in the back door and me running and hugging her.
That was a year ago?
That was a year ago today.
No way.
So I was like,
that's
man.
crazy.
So I had an interesting encounter this week. I'm up at this right here for now.
Okay.
I had an interesting encounter this week. So I went to Marshall's the other day.
Marshall's, the discount clothing store.
Yeah, I was looking for just like plain generic like polyester rayon white shirts, similar to the one I'm wearing right now, because I layer them under things.
All right.
They're like $5.99.
Yeah, no one sees them. You can go cheap on those.
Yeah, exactly. They're like
you get like a
3
3-pack.
Yeah, exactly. So so I went in there.
Okay.
I was kind of wandering around.
Okay.
And I have to get to the text message because
Did you
this is texting.
was there a creeper in the dressing room?
No, there was no creeper in the dressing room.
Camera? Secret camera?
No camera. Okay, so
all right, so
I'm walking around the shoe section.
Okay.
And there's
I wasn't there for the record. This story is not about me.
This is not about Ming Chen.
Or shoes.
So I'm walking around the shoe section, and there's this like very tiny old woman walking around. She's got like bright pink lipstick on. Most of it's on her teeth. She's really little, like she's kind of shrunken almost. So old woman. So I'm walking down the shoe aisle, and she goes, "My dear, you are so pretty. I just needed to tell you that you're such a pretty young woman." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." So I try and keep walking, and she like grabs me and starts talking to me. So like, okay, old woman, kind of senile. I get it. Like I was
a forceful grab. Like,
no,
come get over here.
She just like touches my arm. It's not weird yet.
Okay.
So she starts telling me about how, like, back in her day when she was my age, she used to be quite lovely as well. She was a dancer and this and that. Her and her husband were dancers. And now she's talking, and when she says her husband, she looks toward like the men's section. So I'm under the assumption that her husband is like there with her. Mm-hmm. No. As I find out later in the conversation, her husband's dead. I don't know who the fuck she was looking for. So she's telling me about how she was a dancer, and then she starts just kind of like telling me her whole life story. So she's telling me how she was a dancer, and I said like, "Oh, what did you like dance ballet? Like what kind of dance?" And she says, "Well, me and my husband were dance instructors, and we taught like the jitterbug and like couples dancing and like kind of like ballroom dancing." And I was like, "Oh, blah blah blah. Somebody once taught me the jitterbug. I forgot now, and this and that." And she goes, "Well, back in my day, girls stayed virgins." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Not really sure where this is going." So she starts telling me about how her sister was kind of a floozy who used to go out with all these boys, and she would come home with her shirt undone, and he would have lipstick all over his face and collar. And I'm like, okay. So now people are kind of like walking by.
Her sister was a slut.
Yeah, so her sister's a whore, basically.
Is what I get from this whore. Maybe she didn't get money for it. Then she starts telling me, like, she goes, "I remember when she came home and she was telling me about losing her virginity." Like, this woman is like not yelling at this point, but not being quiet. So people are kind of like looking around like, why are you standing in the shoe section of Marshall's talking about virginity? To you, she's giving you a warning, my friend.
So warning. Like I felt like telling her like I tamed the one-eyed snake like a while ago. It's okay, lady. So
she starts that?
No, I didn't tell her that. So she starts talking to me, and she goes, "May," she goes, "I was a virgin almost until I was married." And I was like, "Oh, well, congratulations." She goes, "And then this man, I met him and he broke my heart. And I remember just crying, and he never showed up for anything." So I'm anticipating her to say like she was with this guy for like, like 2 weeks or something. Yeah. She was apparently with him for 5 years.
Okay. As tends to happen with.
She lost her virginity to him, and.
Did she tell you all about that night?
Almost like pretty much. She said she went to New York with him, and he brought her out to dinner, and she figured like, well, he's bringing me out to dinner. He brought me to New York. We're getting a hotel tonight. Like, I think he earned it. And I'm like, okay.
Does that still work?
Apparently.
Does it still work?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently you don't even need to do that anymore.
Oh, what about also she went into like gory details.
So hang on, let me get the story back up.
Okay.
So she So she starts telling me her whole life story. Used to be a dancer, was a virgin, broke her heart. Okay. So then she tells me, she goes, but I met my husband and, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, so then she starts telling me how she never drinks. She never got drunk in her life, and on her wedding...
How long were you at Marshall's for, like 2 hours?
This woman would not let me go.
Okay.
So the story was very scattered. So she said, she doesn't drink, and she goes, and one night my husband really just, wanted me to let loose and get drunk. And she's like, she goes, so I did. And I was like, oh, well, what happened? She goes, I don't know. I was like, okay. So this woman's like a crazy person, and she keeps looking to the men's section.
She doesn't sound that crazy.
So she keeps looking in the men's section. So then she tells me, she goes, but my husband, when we were first married, he would get drunk, and people would like rape him. He would end up in the bed. He would end up in the beds of other women. And I'm like, okay, wait.
Whoa,
so now you're like newly married to this guy. He goes out on Friday nights, gets drunk, and claims women are taking advantage of him when really, like, your husband is stepping out on you.
Right. He called rape? That's disgusting.
Like he would say, it wasn't me. I was so drunk, she took advantage.
It's not my fault. I've used that before. It doesn't work.
That's terrible.
It's not my fault. No, I don't jump into beds with other women, but...
So she goes, this is where it gets really fucking creepy. So I was like, oh, like, how long have you and your husband been married? Because, like, I was hoping he was going to be coming and taking his wife off my hands. She goes, oh, well, he died 20 years ago. And I was like, oh, so clearly I'm alone with you. So then she starts telling me, she goes, but, back in the day, now she's like talking very loud. So she goes, back in the day, he used to end up in beds of women and she goes, and Lord only knows what he could have caught. She goes, one day I was itching my pubic region. And so I went to my gynecologist and he told me I have crabs. Yelling. Yes. Now people are staring at us.
Not only can the whole Marshalls hear this, the whole shopping center can hear this. Like I'm down at the freaking Walmart, or like the Walgreens.
Yeah, so we're in Marshalls. And she's talking about crabs. So she goes, so I go to my gynecologist. He tells me I have crabs. I'm like, that's not possible. He goes right in there and pulls one out so I could see it.
Oh my God.
She's telling me this at the top of her lungs, and she's like, so my gynecologist says, who are you sleeping with? And she goes, my husband. So I told him no more going out on Friday nights. She's telling the story like so jovial.
Right.
Jovially.
Like nonchalant.
Yeah,
like it's nothing.
She was like, I'm just like, okay, so let me get this straight. Like, your husband, who like clearly is not going to be rescuing me from you, is...
Well, why would you want to be rescued? Can we get her on the pod?
No, I didn't give her my fucking phone number. So what else?
Times like that, I hit the voice recorder on my phone.
Oh,
I record these.
I almost wanted to. So no, people are like staring. We're in the Marshall's shoe section. Yes. She's like yelling.
You didn't record? Like boop.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So finally I picked up my phone and she goes, oh, are you getting a phone call? And I was like, yep, my boyfriend's calling me. Got to go find him.
Oh, why would you leave that situation?
Because I was there for 15 minutes.
Who
and
cares?
People were staring.
You get an old woman telling you about crabs and how her she doesn't realize her husband's cheating on her. And
crabs. Crabs. Okay.
Like, did she fight in the war? Like, clearly, this woman's got stories to tell. Much more interesting than what anything I have to tell you for the rest of my life.
Crabs.
Yes, and you stopped at crabs. You left.
When she was like, when she started saying
this is gold.
When she started saying pubic hairs,
yes,
and crabs, and gynecologists,
yes,
I had to get the fuck out of there. No, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
I'm so uncomfortable.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was so uncomfortable.
Give me that donut back. You don't deserve it.
I was so uncomfortable.
Donut back.
Oh my God, I'm dropping shit everywhere.
Here, you can eat the S part. Leave the M though. Leave the M.
Why?
For me.
You have your own M.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you let her go. They're yeah. Brian and I went up to Boston last summer. We stopped at a rest area, and when we got out of the bathroom, there's like this dude was there. Was like, hey, listen, I hate to do this to you, but I was riding in a bus with a church group. Bus broke down. We don't have enough money to get home. And, usually we don't beg for money, but, could you lend a couple bucks so we can get the van fixed so we could get home? And me and Brian look at each other and we're like, all right, let's not mess with the guy, but let's hear the whole story. Mm-hmm. So he's telling us how he's going to give us his business card. He promises to send the money back to us. all this crazy stuff. And I did record it. Maybe I'll play it next week. I believe I still have the recording somewhere. Okay. But right when he started the story, I reached in my pocket, pulled up my phone like I was texting something, and I hit record. And I think I have to listen back to see if he can get all the audio. But it's about me and Brian are looking at each other like, clearly this is a scam.
This is a scam.
And clearly this is a rehearsed bit. And
like, you might as well send your money to that prince in Nigeria.
Right, exactly. So I think I ended up giving like $3. It's all, like I reached in my pocket. Well, I had a small wad in my pocket, and I was like, please don't pull out the 20. Please don't pull out the 20. I was like reaching around, and luckily I found like the wad of 3 ones I had in my hand. So
I mean,
I'm just saying.
The good thing about people asking for money when you think it's, they're not being legit. Nowadays, most people don't carry money. So that's like always like the easy, like,
that's what I usually do. I don't have any cash.
Sorry, bro, I only got credit cards. Yeah. And then you got to hope they don't say like, okay, well, give me all your money.
Right. Exactly. So you just ate the microphone. Mm-hmm. You savoring that last bite.
Oh my God, so good.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of things breaking down, just real quick, you're familiar with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
Yeah.
I wish I were an Oscar Mayer. That big thing. It's a bus-looking. It's a mobile hot dog. About 23 feet long.
Yeah, makes your penis feel jealous.
Everything makes my penis feel jealous. That's French bread, bananas, baby carrots,
Tic Tacs.
Yeah, Tic Tacs. Tic Tacs, Ding Dongs, Twinkies. Yeah, you name it, all of it. I had a little mishap a couple days ago. I think it was in like Allentown, Pennsylvania, near Carlisle, a little town called Enola. Okay. It's been a little slick here and snowy. Slipped off the ice, hit a pole, got into a wreck, and I just real quick, there was a breaking news which said no one was hurt, but the wiener is in bad shape.
Touche.
Yeah.
I hope that PR person really...
I don't think it was a PR. It was like a newscaster.
Really is proud of that statement.
It was a newscaster.
No one hurt.
What a letdown. I can't believe you let that woman go. I easily could have talked to her for 2 hours.
Oh my God.
I would have gotten the whole story.
I should have just called you and been like, Ming, meet me at Marshall's.
Yeah.
You probably were home. It was early when it was happening.
Right.
I was like, oh, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. Like, I couldn't get out of there soon enough. It was my godforsaken day off.
I wonder if we could go back. Like she's probably there all the time, like telling people this story.
Oh God, you can go back and talk to her. Just walk up there. If you see a little woman, bright pink lipstick, most of it on her teeth, and like white hair.
I want to hear about the woman getting crabs.
Yeah, you can go talk to her.
And her husband cheating on her, and who knows what happened during.
She just like went. And he reached down into my pubic hairs, and I was like, "Oh Lord!"
Oh, yeah,
And
see,
you're just like fucking staring at us. Like we're next to the children's shoe section. Like people are probably fitting their children for shoes. Oh,
you know why she's? I think she's singled you out. She's trying to give you a warning.
What? That my boyfriend is stepping out on me?
Well, don't get crabs.
That's her warning. Don't get crabs.
Don't sleep around. Obviously, she not just imparted that to you, but urged you not to be like her sister, the slut. And because
who's also dead. She told me her sister was dead as well.
Right.
She almost kind of reminded me of my aunt that I love so much. Almost, except like a tad more fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like my aunt was she wasn't crazy. She was just like a bitch.
Okay.
So this woman was like a mirror image of my aunt, but instead of being bitchy, she was crazy.
Okay.
Like, it was kind of the same thing.
Well, I guess I get your point. Like, what's your stance on old people? Like, do you like them?
Generally, I think they should be sent somewhere else.
Seriously?
Like
a home?
In the movie Time Machine with Guy Pearce?
Oh, Time Machine, yeah.
Yeah, when he like ends up with the weird like people, and he's like, why are there no old people? Yeah. And the woman's like, they have gone from this place. Yeah, that's how I kind of feel. Like they have gone from this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Only like senile old people though.
Okay, not like Wilford Brimley old people.
Yeah, like only like senile.
Or I don't know who's a famous, like Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White. She's like a kick-ass old person.
Like cool Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White's like a kick-ass old person.
So if they're cool and they're with it,
yeah,
you're down.
Yeah, then they're fine. But if you're
drooling,
like senile, the minute you start talking about your pubic hairs and crabs in Marshalls,
Betty White would talk about that.
Yeah, but like
Betty White would totally talk about that.
That would be.
Do you see the
okay.
naked Betty White pictures?
Oh, my cat's eating your bag.
That's cool.
Oh,
Did you see the naked Betty White pictures?
No.
Oh, they're apparently, I don't know if they're real. She says they're real. They were vintage naked pictures of Betty White.
Oh, so it's not like her right now.
No.
Spence,
it's from
stop.
It's cool.
He's like really eating your bag.
Well, I mean, don't get sick, but I'm fine with it. If I'm cool if you're cool. No, they were like artsy nude photos from when she was, I don't know, probably like 20, in her 20s.
Do you remember in the movie Airheads when they're making their crazy ransom demands and they say a naked picture of B. Arthur?
Yes.
I've always wanted to see a naked picture of B. Arthur.
I don't know if that one actually exists.
I don't think so. I mean, if you were B. Arthur, would you take a naked picture? She was she was built like a fucking linebacker. That can't be attractive.
In her 20s? Sure, I would. Sure.
Yeah, but that can't be attractive.
Even in her, she didn't. You know, B. Arthur's not a bad-looking woman. Now that take a close look, pull up Golden Girls.
Betty White's the only Golden Girl still alive, right?
Correct.
Yeah, she outlived them all.
Everybody else is dead.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah. But
she's still going strong, man. That woman, she really only came alive after the last Golden Girl died. Like it's like it's like she died, and like maybe Betty White sucked out all their souls.
No,
secretly.
Betty White's always been around. Maybe you hadn't noticed before, but I mean, she's definitely kicked it up.
I feel like she's kicked it up the last few
10 years.
Yeah.
But
definitely,
yes. But speaking of Betty White was in the SNL 40th anniversary special. Yeah, everybody else on Earth was watching it.
I hate Saturday Night Live.
Why?
I hate Will Ferrell.
You hate Will Ferrell? How could you hate Will Ferrell?
I don't find him funny. His face annoys me.
What turned you off Will Ferrell? Was it
his face and his acting?
Like which movie? Any movie in particular?
No, I just like every movie he's in. He just like he's. I don't know.
Even Old School?
He's not funny to me. Like Old School, I could watch because he's not like the star of it. But like Frank the Tank, that's not funny to me.
All right.
Like he sucks.
Hold up. How about Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? Marshall Willenhall. He was good in that. Like, can anyone?
He's not funny to me.
All right. I mean, okay.
Yeah, him.
So Will Ferrell scared you off Saturday Night Live forever.
I don't really find skit like shows.
Sketch comedy?
Yeah, like sketch comedy and like skits in general. Like I don't really find them funny. Like even when I'm like watching them live, like when I go to a few years ago, I went to, I guess it was Ramapo College used to have them, the one acts.
Yeah.
And one of my friends like dragged me up there, or like I was on some date with somebody and he brought me to these one acts. I don't know why though, but there was like one that was funny. Like I don't like skits. I don't like sketch comedy. Like I'm not a big fan of them. When I was in like acting class, like I just don't like it.
You can't. Okay, so there's.
I like monologues a lot more. Like I remember when I was when I was in acting class, like we had to do.
Wait, hold up! You took acting class
in college?
You were in acting class?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We had to do this. We had to do this for, I guess, like our final project was like a sketch comedy or just like a skit with other people. I guess like for our like or no, that was halfway through the semester. The end, you had to do something by yourself. That's what it was. And I remember mine for the middle was like some weird thing with like me and this other girl in my class where like we were both like divas and we were like, I just remember at one point I was like fake smoking a cigarette and I was like, this is just like dumb. I just like, this is fucking stupid.
You couldn't do it?
I hated every minute of like acting with somebody, which is probably why I didn't become a fucking actress.
You can't break that fourth wall or whatever.
No, I can break
these are a bunch of idiots.
Like I could break the fourth wall. Like I could do that, but like I just, maybe the point is I just like all the attention on myself. Maybe that's what it was. I remember like my final was like some weird thing where I did it like I was auditioning for a play.
Right.
And I guess in the audition, I don't know where I got the monologue from. It's like a play, and it's some girl, she's auditioning and she's speaking. And she's holding this cat the entire time.
Okay.
And then like halfway through, she puts the cat down and she like nails the leash to the stage.
Right.
And she starts talking and she pulls out a hammer out of her bag. And I'll just let you imagine what may or may not have happened at the end of that. So that was like my final. And that was so much more interesting to me. And like everybody's in general, because you got to see like them as who they are more, I guess. But I don't know.
Isn't all comedy kind of a sketch though?
I just no. I just hate Will Ferrell. I've always hated Saturday Night Live. I just don't find it funny.
Okay.
I just like, I think I'm like the only person in the world who hates Saturday Night Live.
No, you're not. I don't. So here's the thing. I didn't even know this 40th anniversary thing was airing until I saw the tweets and Facebooks about it. Now, back in the day, I'm gonna sound old here. To give you a warning. Back in the day, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s, where I considered Saturday Night Live in its heyday. I was a huge fan.
Okay.
Where I was in high school back then, and it was the one show everybody in high school, everyone went to my school watched.
Okay.
And then when we got back on Monday morning, we would talk about it. We would talk about the sketches that we liked, the ones that sucked, whether or not the guest was good, whether or not the musical act was good. I mean, they had cool groups back. Nirvana. They had,
no, I mean, and that was like always something like if a band I was watching was going to be on Saturday Night Live, like I would watch the episode to see them.
Yeah.
But like, never enjoyed it.
All right, I hear you. Yeah, but back when I was watching it, I thought I thought it was gold. It was probably my favorite TV show. And the fact that it was on for an hour and a half late on Saturday night. And Lord knows I wasn't doing anything on Saturday night.
Exactly. You don't have a life.
And it was like the big. They called it a water cooler show.
Yes.
And, high school we didn't have water coolers.
But everyone at work would talk about it at the water cooler.
It was our homeroom show. It was like, oh my God, did you see what Dana Carvey did?
Yeah.
It's like that was awesome. Or did you see what Chris Farley did? That was awesome.
I think like a lot of it too, like, I mean, I'm not generally a fan of comedians.
All right, you just don't like to laugh.
No, apparently
you're just a
big,
bitter,
terrible person.
You're just a bitter old woman with crabs. They deep down inside.
Deep down inside,
yeah.
So like, I don't know, like part of it too, like I've never really liked Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Like anybody who, like, if you name people, like in the early 90s when I was a kid and I would have been watching that show, the people who were on it, like you can name the cast.
Yes.
I don't really like them to this day.
Chris Farley?
Hate Chris Farley.
Chris Rock.
Don't really like Chris Rock.
Sandler you mentioned, or Farrell you mentioned, Dana Carvey. No.
Don't like Dana Carvey.
Okay. And Victoria Jackson, no one likes her anymore.
Nope.
Phil Hartman, come on.
Nope.
You don't like Phil Hartman?
Nope.
I can't win then.
I mean, like, even the people who are on there now, like, even, like, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, like, not my favorite people. I just, like, if you are put on that show, it makes sense because I don't like you.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But I did.
I don't worry. If you,
if
you don't like Phil Hartman, then I can't win with you.
I'm
sorry.
My Alex, my boyfriend.
Yes.
Alex. My Alex. Okay. Yesterday, he was, working.
Tough crowd, man, as they say in the biz. Tough crowd right here.
Tough fucking crowd. I'm like very hard to convince. He did put on, okay, let me get the cast of like Saturday Night Live over the years because I know that there are people that I've liked on the show.
Okay.
And I think, hold on.
Okay.
So he was talking though, and or he was at the desk, and he brought up the video of the Jeopardy skit.
Celebrity Jeopardy.
And I will say
that was a big one.
Yeah, I didn't find it funny because it's Will Ferrell, and like it was terrible. I also felt like Sean Connery, like they were trying to do it funny with him saying words weird, and and like it was totally out of character for me. Like it's not like it's.
Who doesn't like to hear, or it's not Sean Connery, but it is saying weird shit.
Yeah, but like at least go with the personality. Make it like a little more. I don't know. It's
you just can't. I just can't win with you. I hear you.
Hang on.
I understand. So you didn't watch the special, but that's the beauty of the internet is you can go and pick and choose which sketches you want to watch.
I will say this though,
like they had on the SNL website, they're all of them. You can pick and choose all of them.
Hang on. David Spade, hated him. Rob Schneider, not a fan.
Okay, well, Rob Schneider, I'll give you. David Spade.
Mike Myers,
come on,
hate Mike Myers. So not an awesome.
So basically, if they're on Saturday Night Live, you didn't like them.
No, no. I know there's got to be one.
I don't know if there is. I don't even know if there's one with you.
Data coverage was.
That's crazy. What about
Randy Quaid? Nope.
Randy
Joan
Quaid.
Cusack? Nope.
All right, now.
Robert Downey Jr.
All right. No, I mean, not, yeah, you're going with like bit alumni now, but
Yeah, no. I'm going through Jay Moore. Not really a fan. Molly Shannon, hate her. Janine Garofalo.
all right. What
really
about
just
the what about the what about the
lesbian.
golden age alumni? Dan Aykroyd, Chevy
Nope.
Chase, Eddie Murphy. No Eddie
Nope.
Murphy.
Nope.
Okay, so basically your rule is if they're on Saturday Night Live, you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I got it all up here now.
All right, fair enough.
So, but the one thing I did find funny about the Jeopardy that I'm getting to,
Yes.
and I have found this funny every time he's done it, is Jim Carrey as Matthew McConaughey. Lincoln ad Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
He does that so spot on.
Yeah.
Like when he said, he's like, oh, I think I left my Lincoln running with the doors unlocked, but that's okay because it's a Lincoln.
Yes.
You know, like that to me, like that's like a spot on. So you're making fun of somebody the way they're actually doing it. So that's why like the whole Sean Connery thing like didn't really seem funny to me.
You
Will Ferrell like was a really terrible Alex Trebek. I watch Jeopardy every day.
Okay,
like,
all right. It's not. It's supposed to be a parody.
I know.
Right.
I know.
You know why you like Jim Carrey? Because he wasn't in the cast.
That's what I was saying. I know that he's done a whole bunch of guesting with them.
Yeah, he auditioned. He got rejected.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
He got rejected.
Jim Carrey was my favorite actor when I was a child. Ironically enough,
Really, you watched The Mask over and over and over.
I watched The Mask. I watched Ace Ventura.
Okay.
I actually shoot me in the head when I say this, but I love him as the Riddler.
Okay, I'm not. No, I won't shoot you. That may have been the best part of the movie.
I was to say, terrible movie.
Yeah.
Terrible acting all around, but him as Edward Nygma, that was great.
All right. So if I asked you for some of your favorite SNL sketches, you wouldn't have any.
I wouldn't have a single one.
Okay. So the Chris Farley show. I don't know if you remember the Chris Farley show.
I hated Chris Farley.
So you didn't like the Chris Farley show where he
so
would sit down and interview
happy.
people and be all nervous. Kind of like it reminds me of me when I interview people.
Yeah.
It's like remember that time you were on Too Close for Comfort? That was awesome. And I was basically like that when I interviewed Lydia Cornell from Too Close for Comfort.
Yes.
Don't know if you listened to that, but I was basically...
Chris Elliott, that guy.
You don't like Chris Elliott?
No!
Cabin Boy? Oof. You just don't like to laugh.
Keep going.
right.
I'm just going to keep naming people
hold on.
that I hate.
All right. Maybe you don't like Chris Farley. Did you ever see the Chris Farley, Patrick Swayze Chippendale sketch?
Nope.
You never saw it?
Nope.
All right. That one I think you might like.
Probably not, because I actually hate Chris Farley more than I hate Will Ferrell.
Oh,
I don't find Chris Farley funny. Like his whole I'm fat and trashy.
Oh, so good.
That doesn't.
So you don't like John
really...
Belushi either?
Nope, hate John Belushi.
Oh my god. I got nothing. All right.
Yeah.
So since you're eight, Will Ferrell, you hate the more cowbell. You don't even like the more cowbell. That's funny. That's gold right there. That's comedy that'll live on forever.
I just don't know why though.
Yeah. Well, I will admit, yeah. So I used to watch Saturday Night Live religiously all through high school. Watch it throughout most of college, and then for some reason I stopped. I think the cast turns over.
Yeah.
A lot of them get bigger. They get movie roles. They leave, and then so prior to this 40th anniversary, I don't.
Andy Samberg, that's a fucker that I've hated ever since he was.
That I'll get.
Keep going. I'm just going to name
Before the
people
special though, I don't think I've tuned into Saturday Night Live for easily 10 years.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Kenan Thompson. Jesus
I just
Christ.
stopped caring. Now you never cared.
No, I never cared.
I think I just kind of fell out. Maybe I got a more active social life where I wasn't home on Saturday. I don't know. I got also the people I hung out with.
Billy Crystal. There's one that I like.
Okay, see,
but I don't really put him with SNL in my mind.
You associate him more with Oscar hosting and
True.
That movie with the cows in it. Where they have to herd the cows and Curly's Gold and all that.
Oh, City Slickers.
City Slickers, yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah. All right.
Go on.
All right. So is that the only thing you watched, is Celebrity Jeopardy?
Yeah, that's the only one I watched.
That's
the
the only
Celebrity. Oh, you're by me.
So all right. So you didn't see Miley Cyrus, Mangle, Paul Simon?
Nope.
Which was
apparently
weird.
everybody was on the show though, except me and you.
Well, more or less, yeah. Well, we aren't alumni, nor are we of any importance, but yes, that was impressive.
I'm so happy that you admitted that to yourself.
Yes, that was impressive. They did get everybody.
Yeah, they had a lot of people.
Oh, pretty much everybody, for good or for bad. But this may be part of the reason I don't watch anymore. So they had Miley Cyrus on singing a Paul Simon song.
Yeah,
Paul Simon was there. So why Paul Simon didn't sing that song, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why? I guess they didn't want her to perform one of her own songs. But that to me is, they're like, we'll get Miley Cyrus on, and that means that'll put us in touch. But to me,
I don't know why though. Like Miley Cyrus is kind of like a weird,
has nothing to do with
taboo right now.
Right.
You know, like
she's big though.
She's big, but like she's kind of like crazy right now. And like as much as I feel like Saturday Night Live loves the crazy people, I feel like right now, like,
well, I mean,
they're like. And I guess, you know, it's the next topic. Like right now, Kanye West is like fucking crazy. Like as big as he is there actually anybody in the world who likes Kanye West? Like no, everyone fucking hates him and makes fun of him. Same thing with Miley Cyrus. Like is there anyone who actually likes her? Like no, everyone is just waiting for her next like, you know, breast to slip or her next like crazy shit to happen.
Yes.
You know, Tara Reid style a few years ago.
Would you like me, Tara Reid?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying I could introduce you. But
you know Tara Reid?
I know a guy who knows Tara Reid.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyways, so I guess Lady Gaga said no, so they got the next best. What is considered now the next best thing? Who doesn't say no?
Yeah,
Miley Cyrus.
Okay, so Miley Cyrus
singing Paul Simon when Paul Simon was there. So that to me is not in touch. To me that's out of touch. Then they got Kanye.
Why didn't they have Miley and Paul Simon do like a duet?
Because he probably refused.
True.
Like, I'm not.
True.
Like, hell no.
Hell no. And sing with that like fucking
50 Ways to Hate Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly.
So and they had Kanye on there. I don't know if you saw any stills, clips.
No, I did not. I
anything.
Generally also try and stay away from things that have to do with Kanye. Maybe I'll change my cat's name to Kanye.
Yeah, no.
I generally try and stay away from anything that Kanye West has his fingers in.
Okay, well he had his fingers on
really
this as well. So
really,
yeah, I thought it would have been cool if they got some more classic. You know, maybe people were with them since the beginning, but they got Kanye. So you don't like Mike Myers?
Nope.
So no Wayne's World. You don't like Wayne's World?
Nope.
Come on, hockey. Come on, game on. Game on. There's so many hockey. There's all these
hate Wayne's World. Used to watch it with my sister and father when I was a kid. Hated it.
Wayne's World. Don't forget Wayne's World. There's Tia Carrera.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, they brought back Wayne's World,
obviously,
for this, and I thought, and you know, this is just me, easily one of the best sketches of the night. It was good to see Wayne and Garth again. They do look they look old. They look a little old, and you know there were a couple flubs, but you know, no big deal. It was good seeing Mike Myers and Dana Carvey again, but to me that was a flashback to a simpler time in Ming Chen's life. And they spent the whole time trashing Kanye. It was pretty. It was good.
Who was there?
And he was actually, he played along.
Okay.
He played along. So they were, yeah.
I wonder if Kanye West knows that everyone makes fun of him.
I don't think he cares. Do you think he even cares? And I know there was that picture of him kissing himself that he allegedly said he wanted off the internet.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I think he goes home to his Kim Kardashian and his swimming pool full of money.
It's true.
And
like, you know.
And laughs.
Yeah.
They showed some of the vintage audition videos.
Okay.
Cast members.
That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Interesting. I would look that up if you can.
Why? So I can see a bunch of people I hate before they actually had acting skills?
Yes. Exactly.
As much as I think they don't have acting skills
I guess
now.
the audition is you got to do a bit, and you know, you do whatever you want. You do, if you can do impressions, do impressions. If you can, you know, whatever, do whatever you think is funny, and it all looks really awkward.
Yeah. Well.
So you may
John Lovitz hate
you
him.
may enjoy that. So yeah, the other part they did it in memoriam, like all the cast and crew that have died in the last 40 years.
Yeah.
And they ended it with in memoriam John Lovitz, who obviously is not dead.
I was gonna say,
and he was in the audience. He was like, "What the fuck?"
When did John Lovitz die?
It was funny. That might have been. I laughed out loud. That may have been one of the moments. So like the show itself, it hit or miss.
I just realized all three City Slickers were on the show.
Yeah,
I completely forgot. I completely forgot about that.
Yes. Three Amigos. Steve Martin. You don't like Steve Martin? Oh, come on.
He has his moments.
Okay.
Generally 50-50.
Okay. Well, wait. I don't know if he was a cast member though. He was definitely on more. He was in the five-timer club.
Yeah, I was gonna say there were certain people that were like not cast members, but
they were on a lot.
Always on.
A lot,
you know, like the same way that. Yeah.
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 All right.
So yeah, no, I could deal with people who are on a lot, but I can't. Most of the cast.
I'm trying to remember the last time I really looked forward to watching Saturday Night Live, and like I have to go back. I think
I did like whenever Tina Fey would do like a Sarah Palin sketch,
yes.
And like I would watch that the next day. Like I wouldn't watch the show for it, but I would like watch it on Yahoo or Google.
I think that might be the other thing. Like now you can truly go and pick and choose the sketches. Now, you don't have to watch it
exactly.
Live. Back in my day,
you had to watch the whole damn show.
If you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah.
Then you had to. Hey, dude, did you tape it?
I did like the Tina Fey thing, but because like I said, that comes from a place where she looked like somebody, she sounded like somebody, and she was accurately portraying something that was hysterical that they do.
Okay.
So I feel like a lot of times what comedy sketches do is they like take a character out of context to make it funnier. It's funnier when you take like somebody who's legitimately like a hot mess and make fun of them.
Right.
Yes.
So, all right. So enough about Saturday Night Live. If you watched it, great. If you didn't,
what would you say is the new Saturday Night Live?
Like God.
Not even in like sketch comedy, just in, I guess.
I mean, there's as in terms of like comedy, and I mean, there's so much now. Mike's been watching a show with Key and Peele.
Yeah, I would say
stuff like that.
Key and Peele. But like I'm trying to think now too. Like, I mean, I guess it's. I remember like when. And we always talk about Lost, but I remember when like Lost debuted, and I'd be driving to school, and like I forget what night it was on. I think it was on Monday nights, maybe. And every like Tuesday, like the Z Morning Zoo would be talking about like Lost.
Okay.
So like I remember like that was big for a little while, but then like as the show kind of got dumber and crazier and unhinged itself, like it was like kind of we don't want to talk about it. So I don't really necessarily know. Like, I mean, I look forward to like weird shows. Like I'm looking forward to like Face Off tonight.
Yes.
Because that's like my show that I watch. But like most people don't watch that show.
Right.
And I guess it goes with age demographic too, and obviously, like Pretty Little Liars is a huge thing for girls of a certain age, and myself. Whereas,
is that your neighbor yelling?
Yeah, those are my neighbors.
Oh my god!
Oh, they're being pretty tame today. This is like quiet for them.
I bet you could. I bet even the mics could be picking this up.
Yeah, if you guys hear that, like they're actually pretty tame today. This isn't really loud for them.
Okay. So. That's funny. You were making that up.
Yeah. What?
I guess just now there's like so much though.
Yeah.
So much. Back in we had 3 channels, so 4 Fox.
Yeah.
We had Fox.
I mean, I guess now too. A lot of it is like sports. There is like a big appeal, and there always has been, but there is a big appeal not just to watch like the Super Bowl, but to watch the commercials and the halftime show. That's like water cooler.
Right.
But, I don't really necessarily know that there's something that's replaced Saturday Night Live.
I bet there isn't. We're just not thinking of it because we don't watch it.
Ow, you little fucker, stop. Stop it.
All right. Well, I mean, I hate to get stuck in the 80s, 90s. I'm sound like an old man, but was it 2 days ago was the 30th anniversary of the Breakfast Club.
Wait, before you go on, apparently my boyfriend's listening from the next room, and he says, Funny or Die, BuzzFeed.
Thank you, Alex. Yes,
exactly.
It's all online now.
Yeah.
It's all online.
So you just come in here and jump on a fucking microphone.
Thank you, Alex. Yes, I should plug one in. Yeah,
I told him he has a donut waiting out here.
All the funny shit is done online by amateurs and professionals.
Yeah.
It's all YouTube organic viral videos.
Yeah.
Now. All right. I'm just old. I want my stuff on like a big tube TV with a tube that you plug in and with like bunny ears and antennas.
Did you see? I saw somebody posted on Twitter. It was comparisons from like 20 years ago.
Yes.
And it was 20 years ago. It was one of those big fat tube TVs and a real thin guy.
Right.
And like now it's a real fat big guy and
with
a real thin TV. And I I was like, nailed that.
Yes.
So
are you a Breakfast Club fan?
Have
you seen it? Do you like it?
I do.
Did you find it funny?
I did. I actually still to this day. Usually, I once I see a movie enough, I kind of like start hating it a little bit.
Right.
Or as I get older, like I kind of when I'm out of that kind of realm, I'm kind of like, this wasn't really that funny.
Yeah.
No, Breakfast Club
still holds up.
Still holds up.
All right, and I was 12 when it came out, meaning you were barely You were
What
a kid.
year did it come out?
85.
So I was, when in 85? What day?
February 15th.
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. All right, so you saw it later.
I was a little seed in my mother's
later.
womb.
So when it came out, it was geared pretty much towards kids like me, maybe a little older, like 15, 16. So I was able to relate to it.
I remember,
so even when you saw it, you were kind of like,
I remember I didn't watch it until I was at my aunt's house. I remember that. And I was probably around like 7 or 8 maybe. And everyone was talking about how they were going to go upstairs and watch The Breakfast Club. And I was like, can I come?
Yeah.
And my sister's like, no, it's not a movie for you. And I was like, that to me.
I'll tell you. Don't tell me what to do.
Well, that to me, whenever my sister was watching a movie that wasn't for me, it was a horror movie.
Right.
So she brought me upstairs and let me watch it. And like they turned off the lights and we sat watching it on the TV. And like, I remember waiting the entire time for
Judd Nelson to flip out and start killing people.
Exactly. I remember like waiting for like the scary part, and then it never came, and I was like, I don't get it.
Okay.
And then watching it a few more times, it just became very funny.
Yeah.
But the first time
you were waiting for a horror movie.
I was waiting for a horror movie because my sister said and it occurred to me too, like even at 7 or 8, like, I mean, my sister was 5 years older than me. So she was going through like, adolescence and like, boys and this and that. I remember
being left out.
I remember like one day we were driving to the mall in Woodbridge. We were driving over the Driscoll Bridge and my sister asked, I was like 7 or 8 years old. My sister asked my mother what a dildo was. So I mean, like,
I was in the movie?
No,
oh, okay.
it was just
like one of a movie.
Yeah, I was definitely exposed to like sexuality as a child because my sister was going through that, and I remember like too, like there was nothing explicitly sexual about The Breakfast Club, like so I couldn't figure out why it wasn't a movie for me. Like it wasn't a horror movie. There was no like rampant sex scene.
Yes,
like so. But yes, I do remember watching that.
Wow. All right. That's funny that it was just kind of like, no. You can't watch this. Can't watch this.
Yeah, I don't know why.
but if I think it still holds up even now. I didn't see it in the theater.
Yeah.
But I saw it later at a friend's house. And then I think inevitably when you were going through high school, they would show it to you in like health class.
No, they showed us Schindler's List.
Oh my God. All right, I'm glad.
Yeah, like when I guess I don't know what day it was. It was when the rest of the school was taking all like their weird exams that seniors are exempt from. But like our school was really strict in that we couldn't have like senior cut days because like literally they would like really get on you if you weren't there for those days, and once you were in the auditorium, like you couldn't leave. So I remember, and it was these like 3 days. One day we watched sports bloopers, and the other 2 days we watched Schindler's List.
Sports bloopers, like guys like a dude like reaching for a fly ball and like slipping on.
Yeah, or like the ball hitting him in the face. Like we watched sports bloopers for like 4 hours.
Or the Jose Canseco where the ball bounced off his head and over the fence for a home run.
Exactly. So like we watched those, and then
that's educational.
The other 2 days we watched fucking Schindler's List. So they like got us real like happy and like laughing.
Where did they break?
I can't even remember.
We'll watch the rest tomorrow. I was like, I'm not coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, it was just like fucking terrible. And I mean, like, I love the movie Schindler's List. Sure. I love the score. I loved it then. Like,
a very powerful movie.
A very powerful movie.
It's not a movie you watch twice. You don't want to watch
as a fucking like senior, after watching sports bloopers all day. Like, you don't want to be watching the fucking like Jews get killed.
Right. Were you a good kid or bad kid in school? Did you ever go to detention? Did you go to detention? Did you ever get sent to? I remember when I was in school, there was
once in 6th grade.
What happened?
I think like I just didn't do my homework.
That's it?
And my teacher sent me to detention. Miss Pastrick. She was a fucking bitch.
Miss Pastor? Pastrick.
She was the one that told me never to trust somebody with 2 first names, ironically enough.
Oh, okay. Now you don't.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gave me detention.
Oh, okay.
She was a whore.
I see that. So,
what did you go to detention for?
I didn't. I was a straight-laced kid, much like I am now. I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid, much like I am now. I always followed the rules. I think like getting sent to detention would have been death, especially in an Asian family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
can
you imagine me going home like my mom and dad like you a dog, you lose face in our family.
Yeah.
Miyagi. Yeah.
Exactly.
Would have been bad. So I followed.
That reminds me of that scene when you say lose face. Lethal Weapon 3. That's the last one, right?
4. 4.
Where he goes like,
not the forefathers, the four fathers.
Yeah, and he goes, yes, but he's holding the fake money. He goes like, so-and-so losing face, emperor losing face, or something like that. Yeah, that reminds me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was very straight. But when I was a kid, there was, you would be suspended, which means you couldn't come to school. You would be suspended for a week. Like if you did something really bad.
Yeah.
If it was a somewhat minor infraction, kind of like a misdemeanor level, you would get sent to in-school suspension.
Yes.
Which is where you had to sit in a room with all the other bad kids and like do study hall.
Yeah.
Oh, and it would go on your permanent record.
Your permanent
record.
Exactly. To this day, I still have, whenever I hear the name Claire.
Yes.
I always go, Claire's a fat girl's name.
Answer the question, Claire.
I just there are certain triggers in that movie that it had such great one-liners.
Yeah.
That there are certain things, the other day my cat was eating his hand, and I was like, if you keep eating your hand, you won't be hungry for lunch. So I feel like that movie is iconic in
there's some good lines,
the little one-liners it has.
Yeah.
When he pulls out his lunch and he's like, PB&J with the crust cut off. Who'd your mom marry, Mr. Rogers? No, Mr. Johnson.
No, Mr. Johnson, yes.
Those lines,
so there's some good iconic.
Yeah, pretty much the whole damn movie's actually. It's
like, I heard a ruckus. Could you describe the ruckus?
Yeah, no, that movie is script gold right there. There's really no bad part of that.
Brian Johnson busted that line out once to someone who was being an asshole to him, and I was there.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It was great. Some old dude. It was somebody. I can't remember the situation. There's some dude being an asshole to him, and he used the word ruckus. And Brian was like, "Could you describe the ruckus?" I bust out laughing. It was so fun. It was.
It's
great.
Just awesome. I feel like that's one of those movies that has those one-liners that automatically when you hear something, it triggers the memory of the movie.
Yeah.
There's not a single person that when they say their name is Claire, I don't think, wow, Claire's a fat girl's name.
Yes.
Yeah, right now you're thin, but a few years, pushing maximum density. Yeah.
USA Today came out with 10 reasons why the Breakfast Club would not happen today. I'll read them off to you.
Yes.
Number 10, sushi is no longer exotic enough to qualify as an icebreaker topic. All right, that's just a sign of the times. Although I thought it was funny, when Claire busts out her lunch, he has the little sushi board.
Yeah.
She sets it all up.
Yeah.
She brings chopsticks.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You'll eat that, but you won't accept a man's tongue in your mouth.
Right.
I'm eating. Or can I eat? Try.
Number 9, school would be rented out on Saturdays. In order to compensate for budget shortfalls, the library and classrooms would be rented out for AA meetings, Chinese language lessons, and evangelical churches without their own facilities.
Yes.
Pretty much true.
Yes.
And I think that was the one weird thing. I'd never heard of a Saturday detention.
We had it at my school, but it wasn't in the library. It was in the cafeteria.
Okay.
And it was only 9 to 12, so then they would use the cafeteria for other things after 12.
Number 8, Vice Principal Vernon would probably have a Saturday job. He'd be spending his weekends telling people to have an A1 day, like Walter White.
Yes.
Okay. Number 7, instead of trying to break out, the kids would have focused their energy on retrieving their iPhones from lockup.
Yep.
Yeah, true that. Number 6, they would talk about themselves instead of connecting with one another, which is kind of like what they did in the movie. So that's...
Yeah, that's null and void.
They wouldn't all be dancing together. At least one of them would be Instagramming it.
Yes,
the dance was good. That's the only part that took me out of the movie was Emilio getting high and screaming and breaking the window, which I think John Hughes said went on record as saying he wished he could take that back.
Why? Yeah,
because that just kind of broke the fourth wall, like screaming and breaking. Come on, that took me out of everything else was good.
It didn't bother me.
What about him jumping around? You ever seen a high person jump around and flip around and... No.
I don't know. You don't know what that shit was laced with.
True. Is it Judd Nelson?
It's Judd Nelson. That shit could have been laced with fucking crack cocaine.
4, the students wouldn't have written their principal a letter. They would have posted it on Reddit or Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough. Number 3, the bullies would already bully each other through social media.
Mm-hmm.
2, helicopter parents would never allow their special snowflake to miss their Saturday activities.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. And number 1, you could never get off with mere detention for bringing any kind of gun to school today. Ba-bam.
Yes. I would also say that number one is that teachers cannot leave students left alone.
Right, without any supervision.
Exactly.
Like at all. And then, there'd be cameras everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would also say...
so they wouldn't have been able to get away with any of that.
I would also say, like, what school has a fucking library that nice? Like, I mean, you'll find some schools like that.
The one in Illinois.
Yeah,
Illinois.
well, you go all the way out to Shermer, Illinois, and you find out that Shermer, Illinois doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
Because there are all these sweet fucking honeys and
made it up.
Only one guy.
It was actually McHenry, Illinois, I believe, is a real life town, suburb of Chicago.
That is probably my favorite part of Dogma.
Oh, they try to go to Shermer?
Where they try to go to Shermer, Illinois. And he references, he's like, there's all these like sweet honeys, but only like one badass, meaning Judd Nelson out there selling weed.
Yes. So they did do a 30th anniversary screening, I believe it was up in New York or possibly, New York or LA. I want to say it was in New York. Got most of the cast back, if not
I was going to say, now, the cast. Yes. Where are they now?
Emilio
Estevez.
Mighty Ducks.
I mean, he had a pretty good run of it in the 90s.
Yeah.
Doing Stakeout, those movies.
I think he's still doing. He's not. Emilio Estevez.
I mean, and his family is, shit.
Chuck Sheen.
Yeah, they fucking, piss gold over there. So they don't really need to be working, I guess.
Michael Gaines is China. He still has his ticket stub when he went to see it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that, Judd Nelson, he did a few really terrible straight to video movies. He did that Cabin by the Lake.
Yeah.
And I think Cabin by the Lake 2 actually.
He was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Well, yeah. But I watched Cabin by the Lake. I pretty much actually anything to this day, because Judd Nelson was my favorite character in that movie. Pretty much anything that he does, I watch.
Okay. Right on. Ali Sheedy. They're all still acting. Just you don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say Molly Ringwald. She was.
They're not the Brat Pack like they were.
Yeah, Molly Ringwald was on one of those terrible ABC Family shows. I think she was the mother.
Okay.
I can't remember which one.
Right.
Maybe I think she in Secret Life of an American Teenager. She was the fucking mom or something.
She may have been. Yes.
Yeah, I remember she got kind of fat.
No, I think she still looks good. I don't think she looks fat at all.
I think she blimped out a little bit.
Somebody posted a recent photo. There was a cool. I listened to This American Life. It's the other podcast I listened to. So
Michael Gaines said he saw The Breakfast Club at the now dead Amboy Multiplex. Depending on what year you went, yes. Michael Gaines, my father was the manager there.
Wow.
Yeah.
How would that? How crazy would that be?
My father was the manager there, and 1985.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if my dad was
Breakfast
there.
Club.
No, I don't think my dad was there yet.
Okay.
I think he got there when I was 5, maybe. So 1990. So, but my father was, depending on if you went back ever, my father was the manager there, including the night that they had that huge riot where they had to call in.
There was a riot?
There was a riot.
Why was there a riot?
What?
Why was there a riot? What happened?
There was one movie, I forget what 2 movies it was. There was one movie that was very Latino based, and one movie that was very African American based.
Okay.
And Perth Amboy has a lot of.
Was it La Bamba and Juice?
I forget what the movies were, but regardless, there were rival gangs there from Perth Amboy, and they started to fight. And apparently, 85 squad cars.
Was it West Side Story? That would have been
kind
cool.
of, yeah. But
no, the movie.
Yeah, no, it wasn't West Side Story.
Like a revival West Side Story.
It was kind of like West Side Story, but with more guns and breakage of windows. 85 cop cars.
85?
85.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd your dad do?
He locked the fucking doors and locked everybody in, and he said, we're not fucking going home until all these assholes are taken care of.
And wow.
And I think what they did to get them out eventually was some guy got the fucking ringleader, I guess, that started it, whatever. Right. He was fucking wrestling with one of the bodyguard cop people, and the guy fucking took him, threw him through the plate glass front door, and then they just started throwing people out the fucking door and arresting him.
Wow.
Yeah, my father loves telling this story.
That's
it's like a dinner conversation piece at the Quintus house.
That would stink if you got locked in, though. I was like, man, I'm just here to see Cutthroat Island. Like, what the hell?
I'm here to see My Little Pony.
Yeah.
You got my kids with me.
I'm here to see Gina Davis in a pirate costume.
Yeah.
And now I get locked in.
Yeah.
Interesting story. That theater now is abandoned. It's boarded up.
Yes.
Every time we drive by, like me and Walt, I think we're like, oh man, I wish we could get in there like right now.
My father actually did a few years ago.
What's it like? It's an abandoned.
Well, there's
theater.
a huge sinkhole. That's essentially why they closed.
Just a sinkhole?
There's a sinkhole right where concession is.
Yeah.
The floor started sinking when they built.
Not built on stable ground.
Well, when they built the bridges, they built a bigger Victory Bridge, and then they built the bigger Driscoll bridges. They fucked up everything.
The whole.
So there's a sinkhole in the center of the lobby. A lot of the shit's still there though. Like my father said, he actually went, I don't know why they went to get them, but they went to get like a section of like seating.
Okay.
Like they unscrewed it and they like took it out. It was for something. And my father, he was still working. He transferred to Hazlitt and he was still working there. And like he had like special permission to bring like a team of guys in there. But he said like it's moldy. There's water in there. Right. So like it's just like mold and humid.
Okay.
They had to wear like full masks when they went in because you like can't breathe the air.
Like, there's got to be like some crazy stuff in there.
There's probably like, I mean, up in the projection room, there's obviously all the projectors are still there.
They're still, wow, okay. Yeah, but they're just all aged. And,
I mean, like, I know that they took
ravaged
some.
by time.
I know that they took some when they left to put them in other theaters. Yeah. But at the point where that place closed, a lot of it was starting to be on digital. So pretty much everything that they kept there was, just kind of there.
So it's frozen in time, which is even cooler then.
Yeah. Well,
nice. Like there's a calendar up on the wall from 1992.
Go get like a hazmat suit and you can go like walk around.
All right, there's like asbestos in there. Yeah. It's that bad. All right.
So
wow. So like he's been in there recently.
Yeah, he was in there. I think like 7 years ago.
Okay. That's
was the last time somebody was
cool.
in there.
All right. Yeah. So if you're in Jersey or you're driving down the Stash, look if you're on the big bridge. Look over and you'll see a big thing. It says Amboy Cinemas on it. It's a big abandoned movie theater.
Yeah, and I can't remember last time I checked if he actually sold the land or not. They're trying to like build
something
back there. They want to build
like a sinkhole.
They kind of want to build, I guess, if you're going south, like toward the Stash from the north. If you look to the right, there used to be a steel mill over there, so the ground was really contaminated. Yeah. They had to dig everything up, but they want to do like a shopping center, like a like an outdoor shopping center, basically.
Upscale.
They want to do a Bass Pro Shops over there.
Oh, okay, huge.
Yeah, so they're kind of like
they got plans.
Yeah,
they got grand plans for this thing. All right, the highly trafficked area. All right, so I don't know if you watched it yet, but The Glorious Return of Comic Book Men.
I did not.
Was this Sunday?
I did not.
2 back-to-back episodes.
Yeah, I didn't.
Starting at midnight.
I did watch The Walking Dead 4 times already, but I haven't.
You didn't watch Comic Book Men?
No. Get your
claws off. I know I'm a little biased, but good episodes. Good episodes. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Although
I did see some of your pictures.
Okay.
Adam West.
Adam West.
Adam West.
Are you a fan of the?
Ow!
Did you ever watch the old Batman?
Yes, I did.
Did you? It's a little campy and.
I like campy. Can you stop that? I like campy.
Okay, but just not sketchy. It's a little sketch comedy too, ish, where they would have different villains every week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like pretty much like the same as like watching Smallville. Hey, can you fucking get off of me? It's like, Smallville Freak of the Week.
Yeah,
you would always have like the Freak of the Week.
Yeah, I mean, it still continues to this day, just more big budget, maybe perhaps better acted. But the Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's a different,
serious?
Different Freak of the Week. Just, it's glossier now, much like our comic books are. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Keep talking. I'm good.
All right. Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Just, don't get your arm scratched off. But, it's obviously, it's good to be back. I wish we were on every week. It'd be fun.
Well, you are on every week.
It would be, every week of the year, though.
Oh, I was going to say, you do know that you are on every week.
Or, when you watch Pawn Stars on whatever the History Channel, like it's on all the time.
Well, right? Yeah, because it's like syndicated. And
yeah, that would be fun if we were on that much.
Well, you got to get like that many episodes.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Hopefully we get more. But for anybody who actually did watch, not you, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For supporting us.
No problem.
I think all four.
I didn't actually even DVR it this week, so you didn't get that from me.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not in the Nielsen family. So
I'm just saying.
Doesn't matter.
We can pretend.
Doesn't matter. Wait, it's not even on the DVR. Thanks.
Are you a Nielsen family?
Support. I am not a Nielsen family.
So you don't even add to your own show's ratings?
No, but I'm going to watch it. Of course I'm going to watch it.
Fair enough.
The only reason I have cable is so I can watch my own TV show. Otherwise, and Walking Dead. But
yeah.
So speaking of Walking Dead.
Speaking of The Walking Dead.
I saw this episode.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna put this out now. It's already Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it yet, you don't deserve to be listening.
Okay.
So I'm going to give away, I don't think there's actually any major spoilers.
No, there's not much to give away.
Yeah, but there are some little things that I'm going to say that if you don't want to hear them, then you might as well just tune the fuck out now. So,
all right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Peace. So, ridiculously boring episode of The Walking Dead this week.
Oh, boring, but
it's everything I hate The Walking Dead to be. They pretty much spent the entire episode walking around, complaining and being fucking mopey.
I'm gonna admit I watched that with you in mind. I saw that and I was like, she ain't gonna like this episode.
Yeah, no.
All they do is walk around.
I would honestly say
they do it slowly too.
Right? At one point,
they are weak and dehydrated.
At one point, they were walking. I guess it was right in the beginning when they come out of the woods and Maggie is she's
crying.
Well, no. That's the beginning. Okay. When they come out of the woods and they're walking over and she goes, they didn't find anything either. It's been a day. Yeah. And they kind of pan out on them and they're kind of shambling like the walkers do.
Yes.
So I was kind of
supposed to be a parallel. But,
can you stop?
But yes. But they are starving. They are dehydrated.
Yeah.
They just lost two beloved members of their group.
Exactly.
They're desperate. They don't know where they're going.
So this episode got me for a few reasons.
Okay.
Normally this is the kind of episode I fucking hate.
Yes.
I don't want to be tuning in each week, not finding out anything new, not seeing blood and carnage,
right, not seeing
barely seeing any zombies.
Right.
There was some really good cinematography. There was 2 scenes that if I could, they'd be on my wall right now.
Which ones?
One of them is when they're all walking up the road as a front, yes, and the zombies are all walking behind them.
Yes.
I was
good shot. They showed it in the commercial, so
yeah.
I mean, if you've been watching AMC at all.
Exactly. So I was man, that is good right there. Had they panned out a little bit and got the edge of the group, because you only got half of Abraham, which is fine because he's ugly anyway. That's a perfect picture.
Hold on, Michael Cudlitz is a good-looking man.
You want to stop with his back feet? You're on camera doing that, honey.
Yes, I just had to point that out. Cudlitz, good-looking dude.
No, he's not.
He's just beefier than your.
What I'm used to.
Than what you like. But
than my boyfriend.
Well, then your type. But continue.
Ow.
Yes, that is a good shot. What's the other shot?
The end.
The end. Oh yeah, with the okay.
Do you mind? Would you fucking desist? I'm gonna send you into the fucking room with your father. Go.
The end is a good shot.
So the end when they're both holding guns.
Yes.
It's a beautiful sunrise behind them and the little fucking music box is right there.
Yes.
Okay, so why I like the episode. I've been waiting 5 seasons for one line. And it's an answer to a question I've had with everybody who's watched the show and read the comic.
Yes.
What does the title refer to?
Yes. And now you know.
And now I know. It was right there. It was said by Rick Grimes, and I have to admit, it made me love him a little bit when he said that. I was watching. It was kind of, this time in the morning. It was Monday morning yesterday. I was watching, and he said it. I was just he's like, we are The Walking Dead. I was like, whoa.
Oh, he said it.
Whoa.
He said it.
Answered every question I've ever had.
Boom.
Said it right there.
Right.
So
I saw that. I didn't know if you were going to take that approach or if you're going to be cynical. I was like, oh my God. No. Usually it's cheesy when you say the title of whatever the show is or the album.
It reminds me of Jeopardy again. I was a huge Ken Jennings fan, and I guess every episode they had to talk about something quirky about him, and he had to come up with he was on the show for 85 days, so 85 quirky little facts.
Right.
And he said one of them was when him and his buddy go to see a movie. When they're in the movie theater, when they say the title, they go woo. So in a movie Master and Commander, The Far Edge of the World, you don't get that too much, but in something like Elf, he goes, you can imagine how annoying we could be in a movie theater.
That's just, that is annoying.
So when he said The Walking Dead, I was just like, holy shit, but woo! But that is that is something that I've like wondered about.
Okay.
Reading the comic and watching the show. What does the title refer to?
Right.
And there it was.
And now you know.
And now I know. So apparently it is them. At least on the show, it's them.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows what's going on in the comic?
All right, so that one line saved the episode.
That one line saved the fucking series for me. I mean, like, we're back to scratch with it now. I'm at that point where Rick turns around and shoots the little girl again.
Okay.
So I'm there again. Like, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. That got you back.
Yeah, it got me back. Right. Daryl.
Crying.
Hit me right in the feels.
Okay.
Nobody wants to watch Daryl cry.
That just, like, made him even bigger. Like, as if Norman Reedus could get even big.
Now, do you think he was crying because, obviously, like, he grew close with Beth?
Yes.
Or do you think he was crying because he legitimately loved her? Because, I mean, we're all waiting for the either Daryl and Beth or Daryl and Carol.
I think he loved her. I don't think he loved her like that, though.
Okay.
I think, and he was crying as he felt he should have protected her. You know, she got kidnapped under his watch. So, and then she died. And
Andrew Ogle says about the Breakfast Club, I love this line. My favorite line is, "Hey, how come Andrew gets to get up? If he gets up, we'll all get up. Yeah. It'll be anarchy." Such a good line.
That's a good line.
Thanks,
that sums
Andrew.
up your life right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Daryl.
It was a mash of. It was a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So Daryl, crying hit me like right here. Yeah. You don't get to see that side of Daryl very often.
Right here.
Right in the feels.
The feels,
as I call it.
Okay. Right in the hips.
And I felt like the entire episode, like Daryl was just trying to get away from the group to go cry.
Yes.
And like he couldn't. Like somebody was always with him.
No, you can't.
And like Carol was always going with him and fucking like everybody. And finally, like he was just like,
get out of here.
Yeah, he's like,
cry.
I'm going.
I'm gonna
like,
cry.
I want to go alone. Just let me go. And you can see what he did.
Smoke
with
a
his time.
cigarette. Gonna cry for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I'll
stick it into my hand and cry for a little bit.
Yes.
The scene with them all pushing against the barn door.
Yeah.
That was really good cinematography to me.
It was.
When I guess we're to believe it was a tornado.
No. You heard the walkers out there.
Yeah, no. The walkers, took all the trees
down? Yeah, it was a tornado.
Down?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't really get too many tornadoes in
Richmond, between Richmond and DC. But okay.
But there was apparently a freak tornado.
Sure. I mean, why not?
Yeah, right? When they opened the doors the next day, I was just like, oh, well, that was an interesting approach to getting rid of zombies.
It is.
And of course, the end. Major spoiler here, but there's a new character.
There is. If you read the comics, you know all about this character.
And we kind of alluded to.
You've read you know who this is.
I know who Aaron is.
Is it? Do you like it or you don't like it? Now, most of my friends who watch the show have not read the comics, so like, who is that? Good or bad? Like, tell me. I'm like, I ain't telling you. Like, I know. We know already. Doesn't make it as fun. And even, you watch the trailer for next week's episode, and they're trying to hint that one way or the other, or
yeah, and I mean, like,
do we not trust them? We kind of know already.
We kind of know how it's going to end.
Right? Kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah, in that aspect, but I do appreciate seeing the take that the show is taking on characters.
Right.
I mean, I think that they've been pretty true to who they cast.
Sure.
They try and keep them, but it is interesting to see, like,
they were listening to you. They keep the look. If they look, with the exception of the governor.
Everybody
looks how they look.
Yeah, exactly. Like, pretty much. I mean, Michonne, the way she is in the book is the way she is on the show. Like, looks wise, personality wise, the way she says things, her tone, the way she says things. So, seeing that, seeing how they've interpreted Aaron onto this, and it's
picture perfect for now. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it was
Spot
funny
on.
too, because you don't know, especially for people who don't watch the show, and my boyfriend is one of them. When you see this clean cut, clean face, person, the first thing he said is God crazy. Like, he's like some Jesus worshiper, because and I could see it, because
he looks like a Mormon,
a clean cut, Jehovah's Witness going knocking on your door, like, hi, I see you two sitting over here. I want to tell you about the path to God. I'm a friend.
Yes. Do you know about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Exactly. I was been like, sorry, we already got a priest with us.
This message is from a friend. Yeah, right. Exactly.
We already got one of those. But did you see the article I posted last week? Let me see if I can bring it up quickly. About the things that The Walking Dead has done continually that they need to stop doing.
Yes, I did. And one of them was something you've been talking about.
Yes. So while we're on The Walking Dead, 5 plot lines The Walking Dead needs to stop repeating. Okay. We start on number 2.
Okay.
I don't know where number 1 is. There's always an ultimate goal that never pays off.
Right.
In season 1, their main objective was reaching the CDC. They get there, it doesn't pay off.
Yes.
Season 2, they try and settle in with Herschel.
Yes.
Doesn't pay off. The next season, basically the farm all over again. This time the prison doesn't pay off. So now, season 4.
Terminus.
We get to Terminus, doesn't pay off. Okay. So now we're going to DC. Yeah. We're going to find ourselves somewhere else.
Pay off?
Yeah, like we're going to find ourselves somewhere else. Is it going to pay off?
Yes.
Here's number 1. Rick struggles with his humanity the exact same way each season.
Yes.
In season 1, he leaves the professional scumbag Merrill handcuffed to the roof, but goes back to try and rescue him. In season 2, Rick and Shane bicker over killing Randall. In season 3, we see Rick struggling over whether he should send Michonne to be killed in order to end the war. So, and I kind of reminisced about Rick last night. We were trying to figure out how much time has passed on the show. It's about 2 years.
Something like that, yeah. About 2 years.
But
3 years.
Obviously, Chandler Riggs is aging.
Right.
At like a rapid fucking rate.
He is.
So, we were kind of doing that, and they said in season 1, we see that Rick doesn't want to kill non-walkers.
Right.
And he ends up in that scene in the bar where he kills 2 guys. And like from then on out, it's like, fuck, I'm just going to shoot you either way. Let me get to page 1.
Okay.
I don't know how to get to page 1.
All right, no problem. I mean, you covered it.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's I just like read this and I laughed because I was like, oh, there we go. A character always struggles to accept that zombies aren't people.
Right.
So first it was Morgan in season 1. In season 2,
Morgan, Herschel.
It was Herschel.
Yes.
In season 3, we get the governor with the daughter. Yep. In season 4, we get Lizzie. 4, there's always one completely irrational idiot who gets killed. So season 1 gives us Meryl,
right?
Who actually died in season 1. Then there's Andrea, however you want to say her name. Then there's Bob.
Yes.
In season 5, you get Father Gabriel, a pointless and secretive character who's managed to somehow stay alive in the apocalypse despite his ability to do anything useful.
Right.
I appreciate that. And number 3 is death is a get out of jail free plot device.
Yes.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there are recurring themes, of course.
Yeah.
Good, bad. It's up to your own interpretation.
Yeah, well, they need to stop replaying some of those.
Yes. All right. Before we go, and tune in at 9 a.m. Tune in at 9 Eastern. No, wait, 9 Pacific, noon Eastern. Marty's following up next in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the Smart Going Internet Radio.
Yeah.
Stay with Marty U and his. He's got a posse. We got to cross over one of these days.
Yeah, we do.
They don't need to come here though. We need to go out there just because they're in LA.
Yeah.
This is cool though. Like we're live rate. We got like a real station here.
Yeah.
Like East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before we go, Valentine's Day. How was yours?
It was good. Had dinner.
All right. You got flowers delivered at work. That was cool.
Yeah, I got flowers delivered at work. That
was awesome. As opposed to me buying them at the grocery store and then bringing them back.
Yeah.
That's also technically a delivery, but
yeah.
That was nice though. Like it's total surprise, right?
My first day at work or my first week at work, I got flowers. That's like cool. It was funny too because I know that Alex knows I'm not huge on flowers. So like at first I was like, who the fuck was sending me flowers? Like I was imagining like other people who might have, and then I read the note and it was from Alex and Spencer.
Cool. Also, want dinner and then the rest I'll leave up to my imagination. But
please don't imagine me and my boyfriend having sex. Please.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, it is.
That's not what I meant.
How was yours? Did you spend it with your wife?
I did, and my kids too.
What did you do?
We went out. We went to an Asian market and picked up.
So let me get this straight. Okay. The one day of the year that you spend with your wife and your kids, you drag them to an Asian market.
I didn't drag them. That's what they wanted to do. We went to a big Asian market. We had a big Asian lunch with like this big boiling pot in the middle of the table. where you throw meats and vegetables in there.
Oh, your poor wife.
My family loves it. There's nothing poor about it.
Your poor wife.
Nothing poor about it. And then I cooked her dinner that night. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What's that?
You spent the whole day with her, though. You didn't go take yoga anywhere.
I did not.
You spent the whole day. You did your civic husbandly duty for 10 seconds.
The only time I left was to pick up supplies for dinner. So,
you didn't do any yoga. You didn't take any pictures with any hot grocery girls.
No, I did not. Ain't you proud of me?
I'm so proud.
Ain't you proud of me?
I'm so proud.
It's pretty cool, right?
I'm so proud.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
right?
I'm proud.
All right. Well, I'm glad things are going well.
I can't wait to see.
Things are going well for both of us.
I can't wait to see how badly you handle your selfie challenge.
Everything's coming up S&M, and yes, starting tomorrow, no selfies for 40 days. When the hell? How many days is that? When is? Oh,
it's 40 days. How many days is that? It's 40 days.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough, especially seeing like lost cast members. I'll just get someone else to take the photo.
Yep.
Big deal. That's my loophole.
There you go.
And I can drink to my heart's content.
You drank to your heart's content. I should have said no pictures with women. That's what I should have done.
Well, maybe next year. Ha ha.
Ha ha. I should have fucking thought.
You messed up.
I messed up.
All right. Stay tuned for Marty U.
And
the West Coast Morning Show.
The West Coast.
Here on Smodco Internet Radio. And thank you for tuning in. Ming Chen 37.
The Zen Librarian. Thank you to Broad Street Dough Company for donuts. I can't wait to sink my teeth into something else.
I know. Just look at this. Look at these.
Oh my God, they're falling off the plate.
I know. Don't worry. I got them. I got them.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you next week.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.